Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Data Reactor. So as you have seen the thumbnail that today we are going to discuss about the unpivot and the pivot concept in SQL. So guys, here we have one table 1 and the table 2, and the interviewer want that the table 1 right now, which are like Amit, Rahul, Neha with the employee IDs, name and their respective cells, need to be converted in this format. So you can see in table 1 the Amit have cells for the month Jan, Feb, March are given in column format. For Jan 1 there is one column, Feb, March and April. Okay, so there are column wise the cells are given, but in table 2 the same cells we want in our row format, like this is the Amit for January, Amit for February, Amit for March, Amit for April. Okay, so for Amit we are going row by row. So this way we are creating for Amit 4 rows. Okay, similarly for Rahul and the Neha. So here the table we can say column data are nothing but converting into our row data. So this is the concept of unpivot, where we are converting the data from column to rows. Okay, so I hope you know the basic concepts, like pivot is nothing but doing the row to column conversion, whereas unpivot is column to rows. Okay, so in this question, the table 1, you can see we are converting table 1 to table 2. So here what we are doing, we are doing rows to column or columns to rows. Tell me guys. So here what we are doing, column to rows, because the Jan is the column, Feb, March and April are the column. We are converting them into the row wise. See, this way, this way, this way, this way. Okay, so these are the month which are converted to rows format from column. So this is the example of unpivot conversion. Okay, and if you go change the direction of this arrow from this table to this table, then it will be pivot. Okay, so for today's session, we are going to look into the concept of unpivot, that is from column to rows. Okay, so let's jump to our SQL application. So this is our table, which query I have already written and executed also, so we can save little bit of our time. So our table name is employee sales, and these are the values. Let's run the table one more time. So this is the table. Okay, so let's try to get this column things into our row format. Okay, so let's start with select. So guys, one more important thing before going to that, because at the early stage of SQL learning we find this concept very not in a don't fit in our mind very easily. Okay, because the that we can tell the syntax of those pivot and pivot is not get into our mind for the first time. So see, here we have employee ID, employee name, and the months in the column format. What we want, employee name, employee ID, which is same exactly like this also. Employee name, here also employee name. Okay, so these two columns here and these two columns are exactly same, and the name is also same. Now, the months which are given in column format, here we have created our own month column. Okay, and we have assigned all this column to this month column, right? And these values which are present, we have given one more column name under amount, right? So you we need to have to imagine like that, like if you this is the table and we want to convert into this, then we can see that here the two columns are exactly same like the previous. Okay, but the next two columns we are going to create, and that name should be given while writing the SQL query. Okay, so comes to SQL query. So let's write the column name emp id, and the next column which we want is the emp name also, so emp name. Okay, now from this table we need to what have month and amount also, so this we need to like think in our mind only, and by that we will give the name like month. Okay, and then we need to have amount also. So these are the columns we need to create from employee sales table only. Okay, now what we will do, we will use the unpivot syntax. Okay, in unpivot we need to give some. First, let me write the whole syntax, then I will explain to you guys like what, how to, you can say, understand logically and remember also. Okay, for, you can say, month in. Okay, so this month, let's write short notes only. You can say Jan, Feb. Okay, and we will give the alias as suppose X. See, what we have done here is that while converting we have assigned the columns name, like which columns name we want, right, from this table only. What unpivot is doing is here is that it's taking these amounts values from each column, and those column need to be mentioned in month in Jan, Feb, March, April. Okay, so this exact need to be matched with this column name, need to be matched with what we are writing here, Jan, Feb, March, and April. Okay, and for amount for month, and this month need to be exactly same. Okay, because we are creating this new month name, and this month name will be created with the help of these columns. Okay, so what we are doing in unpivot, we are simply fetching the amount values, putting into a new month column name, and those column name from the old table whose column names are Jan, Feb, March, and April, and we are giving the X as the alias to this unpivot whole thing. Okay, now when we will try to run or execute this query, you can see, okay, the employee ID, the same name, employee name, and this month name is only this. Okay, and the amount, so whole thing which was in row format is converted into our column things. Okay, so I hope you guys understood that unpivot is a very helpful syntax, or we can say concept in our SQL, which help in transforming our data from row to column. Okay, and similarly if you want to go from this table to this table, that is called pivot. Okay, where we are converting rows to column. So here we are actually using the unpivot concept to convert the rows to column. Okay, so what if but this day interviewer mostly asks like, if you don't want to use unpivot but still want the same result. Okay, so I hope you guys understood that interviewer is saying we want to convert this table to this table. What is that? From column to rows, but we don't want to use the unpivot syntax. Then how you are going to achieve that? So there is a concept of, I hope you guys understand that there is a concept of union all. Okay, so with the help of union all we are going to achieve that. So we are going to use the union all concept. Okay, so before that let's run this table once more so that we have what we are going to achieve in front of us. So you can see how we are going to use union all. We will see. First of all, let's select and use the same concept like what we want in our table, but without using unpivot thing. Okay, so we want the emp id. Okay, we want the emp name also. Let's write emp name also. Okay, then what we want the month also. Okay, so here what we are going to do is that hard code the month. You will get once we will write the whole thing. So for time being, just be with me, and here we will write the Jan as month. Okay, let it be month name. Okay, then we will write Jan as amount, because this Jan, under this Jan column we are having amount. So if you, okay, let's write first Jan amount from which table? From this employee sales table. Okay, so see what I have written is that, first let's run, then you will get more clear what I have done. See, select employee ID, employee name, where Jan I have taken as the month name, means Jan I have created one hard coded value where the Jan is given to that, and the amount under Jan month. You see this, let me copy paste both one time. Okay, let's run both query. So okay, here you can see the Amit with the employee name 101 ID. You can see month name which we hard coded. So this Jan is coming hard coded value, and the amount which are coming for Jan for amount is nothing but here we are fetching with. See, this Jan is nothing but the column name, and we are giving this column name January with the amount name. Okay, so Jan is replaced with the amount, and this same name is coming here. So see, in one format with one query, what we have fetched, that for Amit Rahul Neha for January month, total amount is coming. And with this help, what we have achieved, we have given the information about the month hard coded. Okay. Similarly, if you write the same code and we replace January with Feb here, February, and this the column name. Okay, this what we are writing here is nothing but this column name wise. This January, this is February, and similarly we will do it for March and April. Okay, just give me 1 second. March and April, and see what we will put here, union or. So now you can see if you run these two codes only. Okay, let's remove the semicolon. Let's remove this also for time being. Let's run these two queries now. So you can see for January month, all three are combined, and for Feb, all thing is coming and the respective their amount is coming. Okay, so we will write the same thing and combine all four our queries. Okay, okay, let's run it. So now you can see that we got the same result. Only the things is that now the month names are coming sequence wise, like January 1st, then Feb, then March, then April. Okay, but what was our question? The same thing we have achieved, but without using the unpivot. Here we are structuring our columns, like we want employee ID, so employee ID, employee name. January we have constructed with the month name. We have hard coded this particular value, and this is nothing but the column name, and we are giving the new column name, but we are fetching that values and doing the union all. We are achieving the same as unpivot. So SQL also actually using this only union all concepts only in the unpivot thing, but only thing is that it doing at the backend. So people which we are using as a SQL we don't understand, but at the backend SQL is using the same concept to unpivot the table. Okay, so I hope you guys understood, like using the unpivot and without unpivot also, how the tables are constructed from rows to column. Okay, and it's very common interview ask question. So at first attempt we might feel like pivot don't get settled in our mind, but after doing looking at the video two three multiple times, this is very easy concepts which are easily can be answered in our interview. So I hope you guys enjoy this session. Please do like, subscribe to my channel, and watch my others videos also. And the data set for this table given in description, so from there you can copy paste and start practicing on your machine. Okay, till then, goodbye, take care, bye bye.